Mark Rogers TV running through every schedule in college football, the Power 5 plus the major independents. That's 67 teams, and we arrive at schedule number 29. It belongs to a team that really doesn't need a more difficult path to a bowl game, but they've got a tough schedule. It's the Maryland Terrapins, and they've got a pretty rough ride here in 2016. So the Terps out of conference only scheduled Central Florida, so they should be able to gain some wins. When you talk about the game against Howard, you got Florida International, Central Florida. Those are the three out of conference games for the Terps to hopefully for them get off to a 3-0 start before a rough ride in the Big Ten. They actually could gain a Big Ten opening win against Purdue at home. Who knows? 4-0 for the Terps, but then it gets awfully rough from there. Penn State, Minnesota, Michigan State. That's a three-game stretch in Big Ten play in October. Then later in the season, really tough against Michigan, Ohio State, and Nebraska. So for Maryland, they play in one of the toughest divisions in college football, maybe the toughest three teams in any division in college football in Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State. They draw Purdue, Minnesota, Nebraska. Not necessarily a light touch, but not the most difficult touch from the Western Division. Nebraska, fringe top 25 team. Minnesota more in the top 50 range. Purdue, probably the worst team in the Big Ten. Maryland's schedule, 8th ranked in the Big Ten, number 29 in the country. Need to hear from you now on Mark Rogers TV.